I am tired, for one. I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like I'm diabetic or something. I'm so fucking thirsty recently. And I got a matcha. Welcome back to my channel. Today's gonna be a little different. We will be choosing our June TBR, but only a few are going to be chosen from the TBR jar because it is a special month. It is June, which means that it is Pride Month. Prior to filming this, I searched up books for Pride because, you know, I want to spend a majority of June reading Pride books, right? There's currently 7 books on my TBR for June. 2 of them are going to be a buddy read with my wife. 1 is going to be People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry because the movie is supposed to come out sometime this summer, hopefully. So I want to reread it to get a refresh, you know? Let me get the TBR jar. Here is our TBR jar. You know the drill. Some of them are on my bookshelf, some of them are Kindle that I've either gotten for free on Stuff Your Kindle Day. Anyways, because I'm already reading like 7 books, I'm gonna choose 3 this month. But I've also have like another like sapphic series in my TBR. If I like the first book of the sapphic series, I'm gonna go ahead and read the rest of them because I've heard good things about them. But anyway, let's get started. First book is, ooh, wait, okay. This one's different. It's more of like a prompt. I went through all the series I had read and made a list of the ones that I had completed, didn't complete, was in the middle of completing it. And one of them was the Divine Rivals duology, you know? I think that's on here. Okay, I can work with this. It's been a while since I read Divine Rivals. I think I read it last year. The epic conclusion to the intensely romantic and beautifully written story that started in Divine Rivals. Spoiler alert, if you haven't read the series, 2 weeks have passed since Iris Winnow returned home, bruised and heartbroken from the front. But the war is far from over. Roman is missing and the city of Oath continues to dwell in a state of disbelief and ignorance. When Iris and Addie are given another chance to report on Dacre's movements, they both take the opportunity and head westward once more, despite the danger, knowing it's only a matter of time before the conflict reaches a city that's unprepared and fracturing beneath the Chancellor's reign. Since waking below in Dacre's realm, Roman cannot remember his past. He cannot remember his past? Oh my god. Amnesia? But given the reassurance that his memories will return in time, Roman begins to write articles for Dacre. I don't remember, I'm sorry. Uncertain of his place in the greater scheme of the war, when a strange letter arrives by wardrobe door. It's coming back to me, I'm not gonna cry. Roman is first suspicious, then intrigued. As he strikes up a correspondence with his mysterious pen pal, Roman will soon have to make a decision to stand with Dacre or betray the god who healed him. And as the days grow darker, inevitably drawing Roman and Iris closer together, the 2 of them will risk their very hearts and futures to change the tides of the war. Okay, I'm sad. I'm ready. I'm gonna have to do like a refresh on Divine Rivals. Okay. That's book number 1. I like that. Do second book is Through the Dark by Clara Nielsen. Figure skaters and hockey players shouldn't mix, especially when the hockey player is my best friend's triplet brother. For the 3 years I've known him, Archer Rain has treated me like I'm invisible, but everything changed the night I snuck into the school ice rink for a midnight skate and found him doing the same. Who knew my best friend's brother suffered from insomnia like me? Now instead of ignoring me, he's everywhere on the ice, in my thoughts, and making it harder to keep my distance. The more time we spend together, the more I see past his quiet exterior. But the closer we grow, the guiltier I feel because I know my best friend would be horrified to know how I feel about her brother. And no matter how hard I fight it, I can't stop myself from falling for the boy who was never meant to be mine. I like that. Best friend's brother is the one for me. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. Can you tell? You can't tell. This one sounds like it could be good. There's a lot of different star ratings, mostly 3 stars, but I'm hoping and praying because these are some not well-known books, and every time I come across a not well-known book, they either end up being, you know, okay, or just like not enjoyable for me. For example, last month's book, the Tremble one, I could not read it. I could not. Last book in the TBR jar, and then we're gonna go through my entire TBR for June. Let's make it a good one. This one's thick. Okay. Yeah, absolutely not. I'm putting that back in the jar. I can't. Should I? I really don't. I don't want to, because I don't feel like I'm mentally prepared. It's A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, and I don't think I can stomach that this month. I know I need to do a reread, but I can't put myself through that, so she's going back in the jar. Look at me cheating. There, okay. Calamity Rain Gets a Life. What's that? I am so sorry. This is a part of the Calamity Rain series by Lydia Michaels. There are several books in this series, and they kind of all have. If I didn't know any better, if I wasn't looking like right at it, I would have thought they were the same book. But no, this is the first one in the series. The first sentence of this: an awkward girl's account of inexperienced sexual mishaps and too much tequila. Needing a change, Rain Myers, aka Calamity Rain, sets out to be a personal assistant for one of the wealthiest families in the world. What could possibly go wrong? Inexperienced with sophisticated settings, she does her best not to screw things up too severely, except there's one complication she didn't foresee: her boss's devastatingly charming son? Hale Davenport. Hale is everything Rain is not: experienced, mature, and methodical. But when he meets his father's new assistant, a woman nothing like the calculating females he's used to, he is captivated and prepared to throw caution to the wind. Let the awkwardness begin in this highly relatable Amazon best-selling series from Lydia Michaels. Okay. Inexperienced, a late bloomer. I like that. Okay. That is it for our TBR jar. Let's go through my entire TBR list for June. So, first book we have People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. This is one of my favorite books. I gave it 5 stars. I read it over a year ago in like December, and I fucking love this. I'm gonna do a reread. I've already read this. Hopefully sometime this summer the movie is going to come out, but we don't even have a trailer yet, so I'm just like, I'm waiting, and I'm gonna try my best to annotate this. So I love Emily Henry books. They just feel like a nice warm hug. Next book we have is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I got this at like a discount store. The collector's edition. Like, what? Hello. Oh my god. Wait, that's so fucking cool. Shut up. Nothing really too interesting. I know this book blew the fuck up on TikTok, and I wanted to read it and get around to it, but it's like one of those books that it's like really hyped up, and it's like, can it really be that good? Like, you know, I could not pass up on the steal, and now I'm finally able to read it. So also, how many books is the series on now? There's like a prequel, a sequel. He just keeps on adding books. Let me see. The First to Die at the End, They Both Die at the End, The Survivor Wants to Die at the End, No One Knows Who Dies at the End. I think he's playing with me. I think he's playing with all of us. I think people cried during this. I don't know. We're here at Last Friend Incorporated, collectively sorry for this loss of you. What? Our deepest sympathies extend to those who love you and those who will never meet you. We hope you find a new friend of value to spend your final hours with today. What? On September 5th, a little after midnight, Deathcast calls Mateo, Therese, and Rufus to give them some bad news. They're going to die today. Mateo and Rufus are total strangers, but for different reasons. They're both looking to make a new friend on their end day. The good news, there's an app for that. It's called Last Friend, and through it, Rufus and Mateo are about to meet up for one last great adventure to live a lifetime in a single day. Oh, that sounds sad. Shut up. This collector's edition of the beloved novel contains an exclusive short story and a letter to readers from Adam Silvera. Discover the story that reminds us that there's no life without death, no love without loss, and that it's possible to change your world in a day. So what if I read this in one day? Cause that's gonna be crazy. Can a book really change my life in one day? We'll see. These are all the physical books I have on me at the moment. Next book, we're getting into our Pride books. Okay. The first one I chose is Make Room for Love by Darcy Liao. Starting over is hard. Falling for her gorgeous butch roommate might make it impossible. When a tall, stunning butch protects Mira from her ex-boyfriend at the club and offers her a safe place to stay, Mira should be relieved, not flustered. She's not into women. Yet this tough electrician with curves for days makes Mira's heart race like never before. But Isabel, wounded by grief, forces Mira to keep her distance until Mira's desperate to win a union election at work, and only Isabel has the experience to teach her how. Soon they're lingering over dinner, teasing each other as the apartment heats up, and Isabel is making her coffee every morning, hanging her shelves, giving her smoldering looks before bed. But Mira cannot afford temptation. Not after living with her nightmare ex. No matter how well Isabel takes care of her, or how much Isabel needs healing too, she can't risk her freedom or her heart. Make Room for Love is a steamy, slow burn romance starring a trans woman discovering she's bi and finding her happily ever after. Okay, that sounds so nice. Next book is Brewed with Love by Shelley Page. Queer contemporary romance debut in which a teen witch, desperate to save her family's apothecary and reputation after her stolen tonic wiped the memory of a rival, must begrudgingly partner with her first crush turned co-worker to unmask the thief. One of my mutuals read this, and they're not like romance enthusiasts, you know? But they rated it 3.75 stars, so I'm just like, okay, it's gotta be good. This is also on here, and the cover is stunning. Next is the Bright Falls series by Ashley Herring Blake. The first book in the series is Delilah Green Doesn't Care. Only the one book is like set in stone book on this TBR list. Depending on how much I like it, I might go ahead and read the other two books. I think there's only like 3 books. Yeah, there's only 3 books. A clever and steamy queer romantic comedy about taking chances and accepting love with all its complications by debut author, oh my god! Delilah Green swore she would never go back to Bright Falls. Nothing is there for her but memories of a lonely childhood where she was little more than a burden to her cold and distant step family. Her life is in New York with her photography career finally gaining steam and her bed never empty. Sure, it's a different woman every night, but that's just fine with her. When Delilah's estranged stepsister Astrid pressures her into photographing her wedding with a guilt trip and a 5-figure check, Delilah finds herself back in the godforsaken town that she used to call home. She plans to breeze in and out, but then she sees Claire Sutherland, one of Astrid's stuck-up besties, and decides that maybe there's some fun and a little retribution to be had in Bright Falls after all. Having raised her 11-year-old daughter mostly on her own while dealing with her unreliable ex and running a bookstore, I think I love her. Claire Sutherland depends upon a life without surprises, and Delilah Green is an unwelcome surprise at first. Though they've known each other for years, they don't really know each other, so Claire is unsettled when Delilah figures out exactly what buttons to push. When they're forced together during a gauntlet of wedding preparations, including a plot to save Astrid from her horrible fiance, Claire isn't sure she has the strength to resist Delilah's charms. Even worse, she's starting to think she doesn't want to. I like that. That seems awesome. Second book in the series is Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail, and then the third one is Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. And then the next book is These Infinite Threads by Tahara Mafi. It is the second book in this Woven Kingdom series. I read the first one in I read it in January. I enjoyed the first book. It's kind of just like setting the whole story up, and I want to know what happens because it is hyped up so much on Twitter right now. My wifey, she is a big fan of it, so I'm just like, okay, let's buddy read it this month. And if that all goes well, we're gonna read the next book in the series, which is All This Twisted Glory, and then the next book is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I have been waiting for this book on fucking Libby for months. I don't even know how many months. It was like 15-16 weeks. So yeah, I've been waiting on The Loan for like 4 months, and I finally got it. So I'm also doing a buddy read for that one too. I think that's it. That's all the books I want to read for June. 10 books, maybe 12. I'm scared. This is like my biggest, largest TBR, monthly TBR. I'm confident I can do it for some reason. If I don't, yell at me. It's getting towards the end of the month. I'm still reading a couple of books. I usually like to start fresh when a new month comes, because Legendborn, I'm reading Legendborn right now. It is good. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. I'm like 69% through, but I don't think I'm gonna finish it before June. And then I'm also doing a buddy read with Marie, and we're reading Circe by Madeline Miller. I'm also reading an arc about a Formula One romance. And I was this close to DNFing it because the MMC, the male character, was just not, he was rubbing me the wrong way. And that alone will make me DNF a book. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, I might be doing a new book, new me. Maybe 2 coming in the future, I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video, and wish me luck for June. Also, happy Pride!